Hi, I'm Mandy, and this is my beautiful fully electric adventure vehicle. She's a cargo van and needs constant charging. I am at a gorgeous campground, and I'm going to discuss 3 different possibilities to charge your electric vehicle at an electric campsite. It just stopped raining and I don't trust that it's going to start again. So I have this rain fly up to protect my electric pedestal, but I will walk you through the 3 different possibilities for charging your electric vehicle. I have a Ford e-Transit, so if you have a Tesla, this might be a little bit different because you guys got all kinds of cool stuff. Not all of these options may be available to you. It just depends on what kind of campground that you're at. I'm in a Florida state forest. I had to stick to them, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But campgrounds are typically meant for large campers and RVs that primarily run off of 30 amp. So you may not find anything besides 30 amp. Other options, if they're available, if you're lucky, open up more charging options depending on your vehicle. At my campground, I have a 50 amp, a 30 amp, and a 20 amp circuit. And each one will be used for a different type of charging. When I bought my van, it came with this mobile charger and 2 connectors, this one and this one. As you could tell, they are very different. This one is a 50 amp plug. It is made for a 50 amp outlet. This would go into this plug right here if you have 50 amp at your campground, if you are so lucky, because it is not standard. And what I'm noticing is that some National Park Service campgrounds don't have them. They have just the 30. And so when I was choosing between this campground and one nearby that I've been to, and I love, it's so beautiful. It's so shady. It's really nice. But they only have 30 amp and 20 amp. They do not have 50. Something that I tried when I got here and I was so excited because I really thought it was going to work. This is a 30 amp adapter. So this end is a 50 amp and then this is 30 amp. And you would plug this in into this outlet and then plug your 50 amp connector into this. And I thought that was my solution to being able to charge at a campground that only has 30 amps. And I was heartbroken, but it did not work. I tried it, and then I walked to the site next door and tried theirs, and I did plug other things into the outlet to test that, and the outlet was fine. This adapter, when this connector is plugged into it, it did absolutely nothing. So as far as I know, the only option is going to be a 50 amp or this little tiny cutie. This goes into a 20 amp or a 15 amp socket, and this one right here is 20 amps. This is just your normal household, for your normal household outlet right here. It is really slow charging. I get about 1 mile per hour charge on this, and right now my adventure vehicle is holding about 155 to 165 miles. So I would be here for the whole summer trying to wait for this to charge it. Just make sure, especially if you're using the 50 amp, to not plug a bunch of other stuff in. Like maybe don't even plug anything else in, because my first day here a few days ago, I was so excited to have electricity and I turned my new air conditioner on and I plugged the van in the 50 amp and I started charging my laptop and I had the fridge going, and within 11 minutes I blew the power. And it doesn't just affect your site. There are often 3 or 4 or so sites tied into the same breaker. So if you trip yours, it is likely going to take out the power to all of your neighbors. And when it's 100 degrees, they are not going to like you very much. You are not going to make a lot of friends, even if you do that by accident. So just be really careful. Oh shoot, I might have one more way. I have another adapter. It is a 30 amp to 15 amp adapter, and I have not tried this yet, so this will be a test for me as well. If your campground does not have a 20 amp and your only option is to use the 30 amp, or if you've used the 20 amp for all the fun stuff inside your camper and that outlet is not available, possibly you could plug this in, and on the back it has the exact probes to fit into the 30 amp, and then on this side it has the regular 120 connection to it. So I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it will work. Because the 50 amp connector is already plugged into the mobile charging unit, I will show you this one first. Charging is really easy. All you have to do is just take the connector, plug it into the corresponding outlet in your power pedestal, and then this end goes into the vehicle. Okay, so the app is showing that I have a 29% charge, which is 43 miles. It says that I'll be done charging at 3:03 a.m. on Saturday, and today is Wednesday. So that's certainly not right. I'm gonna disconnect power before I unplug this to change the connector. It is a little bit hard to change the connector to pull this out. You just kind of gotta pull. There we go. So I can set this one down and plug this one in. Snaps in. Okay, I'm not sure why this is upside down, but that poses a bit of a problem because this cord is the opposite way and it really can't go upside down. So that's interesting. Well, I might go check a neighbor's site because I'm the only one here. So I don't think anyone would mind. Okay, while I'm waiting on that, I'm gonna try this one and see if I have any luck here. Okay, so all of the switches are turned off. Okay, silly me. Okay, that's upside down too. Okay, okay, let's go check a neighbor's. Interesting. Those are all upside down too. I will get to the bottom of this. Okay, what a bummer. So the 120 volt is not going to fit into either socket unless this was flipped upside down, and even that won't work because this lip here is going to keep the cord from being able to plug in. It just pushes it out this way so the plug can't go all the way into the socket. And it would have to go way up here. So, okay, well, I learned so much in the filming of this video.